Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the final checkout video of Paige's telephone from New Jersey, and this is a Kellog telephone with a Stromberg crank in it, a 5-bar crank. And basically we did an initial checkout of this telephone, and this telephone's in really good condition. The wood could use a little treatment just to give it some moisture, basically some oil or something, but this telephone is in really good condition, and Paige has got a really nice telephone here. And so what we did to this telephone is we went ahead and installed a newer style network in this telephone, and we set the bells up to ring when the ring cycle comes in at your home. And we also installed a modular port in this telephone so that Paige can simply plug it in. We went through everything on this telephone and also rewired a lot of different issues that were going on with this telephone and set it up for the way we're going to use it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do some final checks here. I wanted to kind of show you, we went ahead and saved her original handset cord, and we also repaired the hook switch here that holds the receiver capsule. And we welded this, and so now this has all been repaired, and it started to have a crack in it, and we find that quite often because people try to bend these together, because on some of these telephones they want to hang the receiver up this way, and if you can get a look at that, you see that the receiver doesn't really fit that way on this telephone. So over time what happens is people bend this hook switch that holds the receiver, they bend it in, and so basically you want to, this is the safest way to hang them up anyway. So some hang up upside down and some hang up the regular way, so it's just however your telephone is set up. And this is a really cool Kellog telephone. It's in very good condition, and we're going to go ahead and do some final checks on it. Now the receiver's been changed, the transmitter's been changed, and that's for the impedance on the newer style network. You could literally use this telephone every day. That's the kind of quality that you'll have in transmit and receive now. So it's in very good condition, and basically what I'm going to do here is I want to go ahead and crank the telephone, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And I want to slide everything around here so that we can give you a view of the inside of this telephone. Now the schematic is still here on the inside of the door, so that's really a neat thing to see. You don't always see that. And this telephone was in very good condition. A lot of the wire had been left alone. We've got a bell circuit there for our newer style line that we finished off, and then on the inside we have our crank, we have all of our connections that we made here, and then right in this area there was already a hole in the back of the telephone, and you can slide a modular port, and all Paige has to do now is simply plug this in right at the port that we installed. I'll try to get a look at that, try to swing that around. So there's a port there now, and all she'll have to do is just basically plug it in. So that kind of gives you a look at the inside of this telephone. It was in very good condition. So what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and I want to crank the telephone, and that'll give us I'll try to set the video so we can see that real quick. I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to have to hold the telephone while we have it. So we'll try to set this so that we can see that. Another thing that we've done is we've added a switch in all of the connections so that when you move the crank, the shaft of the crank goes in a little bit and it hits some connections here, some points, but it also hits a switch. And so what that switch does is it breaks you away from the regular telephone line so that when you crank the telephone, you're not back-feeding a voltage into the telephone line. And I like to try to do that whenever I can so that there's no back feed. And it's just a really cool telephone. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and close the door here a little bit. I'm going to try to slide all this around. And I'm going to go ahead and ring the telephone with the analyzer. Now what we want to do now is we'll go ahead and answer the telephone. Give you some dial tone. And another thing that we can do is we'll go ahead and I'll pick the line up with another telephone. We'll have to plug it over into a regular line here, and we'll call, say, like a time and temp number. There's some dial tone. And I'll hang up the other phone.
Good evening. Shop our entire location online anytime at Offenburg.com. Today is Saturday, December 24th. The time is 11:31. Current temperature 37 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly clear skies on Christmas with a high around 50, a low around 30. Monday becoming mostly cloudy, a chance of rain in the afternoon, high in the low 40s.
Okay, so now what we can do is I'm going to go ahead and hang up. Give you some dial tone. We'll call my number. We hung up the other phone. And I don't believe we'll do time and temp one more time. I was going to call another number, but I don't think anybody's open.
Our body shop can repair almost any make and model for less. Offenburg Belleville, 234-0330. Today is Saturday, December 24th. The time is 11:32. Current temperature 37 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly clear skies on Christmas with a high around 50, a low around 30. Monday becoming mostly cloudy, a chance of rain in the afternoon, high in the low 40s.
Okay. So we know that this telephone, and I want to swing this around a little bit, the front cover. We know this telephone is in working condition and that it has been repaired, and it's ready to be sent back to Paige. And another thing that we want to do here real quick is I want to go ahead and move the line back over into the analyzer and give you some dial tone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the hook switch real quick and get dial tone to go away. And what I want to do, if you'll look at the analyzer here, what you're going to see, every time I speak, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time you see that red light on the analyzer, that's 100% modulation. So we know this telephone has receive, plenty of receive and plenty of transmit now, and Paige could literally use this telephone every day with quality receive and transmit. Just a very nice telephone, and I think anyone would want this telephone. It's just very cool. We'll go ahead and ring it one more time. We'll go ahead and answer it. Now, another thing that I want to show you is, since we have a switch on it, when I reach over to grab the crank and I move the crank a little bit, you'll notice dial tone will go away. And it'll unseize the analyzer. Back, off hook, take the dial tone away, bring it back. So basically what that means is, when you go to crank this telephone and ring the bells internally instead of a ring coming into your home, when you start to turn the crank, it actually turns about 1/4 of a turn before it actually starts into the gears where you can crank it and ring the internal, with the crank, ring the bells of the crank. And so why we do that is so that you don't backfeed voltage into the telephone line. You could do it, but it's just not a good ideal, and we try to keep from doing that. And I see a lot of shops that, will work on these telephones, and they don't care too much about the backfeed. I try to always install a switch on these when I can, so that we're not pouring any back voltage into the line. And so, that's a better way to do it, I believe. Much cleaner, and just works out better anyway. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. This is Paige's Kellog telephone with a Stromberg and Carlson crank from New Jersey. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.